Hey, 7th grade, welcome back. So tonight I'm going to do your couple of your problems from assignment 1.2. I'm going to talk to you about some geometry, some shapes, some triangles, how to find area specifically, and then I'll also talk to you about how to find a missing number. In fact, we actually worked on that a little bit today in class. I'll go over it a little bit more. Today I'm actually going to do some homework problems. I'm not going to do all of them because some of them I think you actually may not need my help. But if you end up needing my help and I didn't practice it today, come chat with me and I'll help you on it, okay? So the first one, let's actually talk about, it's going to go along with problem 11. It's looking at the different shapes and finding area and perimeter. So the first one I'm going to show you is how to find the area for a triangle. Just to remind you, the area and the perimeter for shapes can be found in your math notes, in your math book, on page 11, I believe. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to draw a simple triangle. Lovely. I'm going to draw my height of my triangle. I can tell that this is the height of my triangle because I have my 90-degree angle right here. This is going to be my base. The table sits on the base of the triangle, and this is my height. Okay. Now, I know that the triangle, the area of a triangle, is half of that of a parallelogram. In other words, a triangle is just 1/2 of a square. So if I know the area of a parallelogram or a square is base times height, and I'm trying to find the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 of that, I'm going to say 1/2 times base times height. Okay? Notice I can just put my number against these parentheses, and that still means multiplication. All right, so here we go. We're going to fill in some numbers here. Let's say that our height right here is 5 centimeters. This side is 8 centimeters. And this down here, our base is 12 centimeters. So now we're just going to plug in some information. So if we have area equals 1/2 times my base, which is 12. And my base is going to be multiplied by my height, which is 5. We're going to follow the simple rules of PEMDAS, which parentheses, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. So we're going to do the parentheses first. 12 times 5 is 60. So I'm going to say, okay, simplify that to 60, but I'm still going to need to multiply it by 1/2. Notice I brought everything down. I'm showing all of my work. That's super important. Now I'm going to say area is 1/2 of 60. I can do this one of two ways. I can say area equals 1/2 times 60 over 1. Or I can say area equals 60 divided by 2. 60 divided by 2 is 30, so that's going to be my answer. But to show you how I do it on fractions, I'm going to say 1 times 60 is 60. 2 times 1 is 2. And here, I know it looks like a fraction, 60 over 2, but that's also division. So it says 60 divided by 2. Again, that is going to equal 30. The area of this triangle is 30. 30 squared centimeters. Let's see. The next thing I'm going to show you is actually how to try to find the area of a trapezoid. So I'm going to delete this real quick. And I'm going to draw a trapezoid. Trapezoid is going to look something like this, where I have two parallel sides, and actually we call these our bases. This is going to be base 1, this is going to be base 2. And the height, we're going to bring a straight line down to make a 90-degree. This would not be the height because it's actually not the tallest spot, and this does not make a 90-degree angle, so that's not going to be our height. So for a trapezoid, our trapezoid formula is area equals 1/2 times the first base plus the second base times the height. That was fun. Now at this point we need to fill in some numbers. We're going to say that our first base is 10. Our second base is, what do I want to say, 24. And we're going to say that our height is also 10. We'll say centimeters. So its area equals 1/2, okay, times our first base, which is 10, plus our second base, which is 24. And now we're going to multiply that by our height, which is 10. Again, we're going to follow PEMDAS. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication or division, addition or subtraction. So let's do our parentheses first. Area is going to equal 1/2 times 10 plus 24 is 34. And we're going to bring down our multiplying by 10. The next thing we need to do is we need to multiply left to right. Now we have multiplication here and we have multiplication here, 1/2 of 34. We're going to just move from left to right because they are considered equal operations. So 1/2 of 34 is 17. Again, I could have said 34 divided by 2, or I could have written it as a fraction, 1/2 times 34 over 1, and simplified it that way. But in this case, I have 17 times 10. 17 times 10, I know, is 170. I just add that 0. So our area for our trapezoid is 170, let's say, squared centimeters. All right, so that kind of takes care of the portion of the geometry. Next, we're going to talk about when you have to solve for finding a number that you don't know. This correlates with problem 15 on your homework. So, for problem 15, it said something like you're thinking of a number, and it gives you some information, and you have to find that missing number. So I'm going to give you kind of an example, and I'll show you how I would go about solving that. If I had a problem, and it said, I am thinking of a number. Great. What is that number? Okay. I know that I can multiply my number by 6. And then once I do that, I add 7 to my number, and I get 25. That's the word problem I'm going to be working with. All right. So, thinking of a number. Do I know what my number is? No, I don't. So I'm going to have to use some kind of symbol to show that there is a number there, but I don't know what it is yet. All right. I'm going to take my number. I'm just going to use, actually, in this case, just a number sign. And I'm going to say, I'm going to take my number and I'm multiplying it by 6. So I'm going to say multiplied by 6, or I could actually put them together, something like that. So that shows that they're being multiplied. So 6 times my number, then I'm going to add 7 to that, and I'm going to get. When I see that word get, to me that means the same thing as it is 25, or it is equal to 25. So the symbol for getting, really what that means is it's equal. So I'm going to say equal sign, and it's equal to 25. This side is equal to this side. All right. So now it's kind of about this guess and check. So I know I have to multiply a number times 6 plus 7 to get 25. I'm just going to try a number. I'm going to try 2. 6 times 2 plus 7 equals 25. And let's try it out. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 7, 12 and 7, that's 19. That does not equal 25, so that means 2 is not our answer, but it's close. I'm going to try one more up. I'm going to try 3. So here we go. I'm going to say 6 times 3 plus 7 equals 25. Notice I'm showing all of my work. I'm not leaving a step out. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 7. That equals 25, and I got my answer. So that's how I go about solving one of those finding your number problems. All right, I'll be back next time with the next section. Good luck tonight.